Good morning, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to this Unity tutorial on how to make a basic patrolling system in less than 30 minutes. In this episode, we're gonna see how to have a character move along a patrol path, one waypoint after the other. Are you ready? Then let's dive in. Okay, let's say you just finished designing your level and you've placed your enemies here and there, all fierce and mighty. Now, when your hero comes around, the enemies will go to him and try to attack. They will switch the state from an idle state to an attack state, for example, if you're using a finite state machine. But then, should the enemies just stay still when in idle mode? Wouldn't it be better if they were patrolling back and forth in the level to keep an eye out for trouble? Today we're going to work on implementing a simple patrolling system for an enemy unit, represented by a cube. And so the unit will walk steadily between a sequence of waypoints, and when it reaches the last one, it will loop back to the first one. To begin with, let's actually add a cube for our enemy in our scene. I'll give it a little red color, and we'll also prepare the waypoints to define its path. So these waypoints will be empty game objects. This way they will be invisible in the game, but we'll be able to use them as target transforms for enemy movement. To make them easier to select in the scene view, however, we can give them a special icon and have them show with little gizmos in the view. So just go in your inspector at the very top, next to the name of the object, and click on this little drop-down where you have some Unity built-in gizmos that you can pick from. And you see that as soon as I've chosen an icon, I just have a little blue circle in my scene at the position of my empty game object. Here I'm going to place one waypoint at the current position of the enemy, so that's the origin position, and then 3 others so that the unit walks a square path. Okay, with that setup done, it's time to start coding. Let's go ahead and create a C# script called patrol that we add to our enemy game object. And let's open the script. For now, I'll just remove the start and update methods completely. The first thing we need is a reference to our waypoints. So I'll create an array of transforms that I called waypoints. And it's going to be public so that it shows in the inspector. So now I can go back to Unity and assign them. So I'll just drag my empty game objects to the 4 slots. Note that you could instead also have an array of vector 3s, and so you would bake the initial positions of the transforms. If you're sure that your waypoints will always stay static at the same place, it's more optimized to just compute their positions once. But by using transforms, we'll be able to make the waypoints move if we want, and our unit will still be able to automatically recompute the path to them. So this is a bit more adaptive. The second thing that we want in our script is to store the index of the current waypoint in an integer variable that I'll call the current waypoint index. And this counter will basically increment gradually as the unit goes through its waypoints, and then reset to 0 if the unit reaches the end of the loop. Finally, let's also have a little float variable for the speed of our object. I've tested it beforehand and I found that this value of 2 seems to work fine for my example, but of course you might have to change this for your own game. And now that we have all these variables, let's see how to really get the unit moving from one point to another. There are 2 ways that we could go about this. One, we could use the update method and continuously check to see if we've reached the next waypoint. So if we have, we increase our counter, optionally reset it to 0 to the start of the loop. Else, if we haven't reached the waypoint, we just move towards it. Or 2, we could also use coroutines for each segment of the path. So here the idea would be that whenever we reach a new waypoint, we start a new coroutine to take us to the next waypoint, and so on and so on, so looping again and again. This second version is not that much harder to code, but it does require a few additional concepts. Since the update method version is enough for a simple use case, I'll stick with this basic method for the tutorial, but I will be sharing an alternate version of the code in the description of the video that implements the patrolling system with coroutines, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. Okay, now the idea here is to use Unity's built-in update method and check for a distance to the current target waypoint. So this waypoint is basically our list of waypoints at the current waypoint index. So if the distance to this waypoint is less than a given threshold, for example here 0.01, then we consider that we've reached the waypoint and set the next one as the new target. So what we want to do is first increment our waypoint index by 1, but then wrap it back to 0 if we overshoot the length of our waypoints array. This can be done very easily using a modulo, in our case with the waypoints array length. And this way, as long as the incremented value is below this threshold, it will be left as is, but if it goes over it, it will be basically snapped back to 0. Now, if we haven't reached the waypoint, we have to keep moving in its direction. So I'll use the vector3.moveTowards function that allows you to smoothly update a position in a given direction with a specific speed. Also, to ensure that the unit speed is independent from the frame rate, we can simply multiply our speed by the time.deltaTime built-in variable. And by the way, here I'm directly modifying the transform position of my unit object. But if you're using rigid bodies and physics-based logic, you will want to use the rigidbody.movePosition method instead. And make sure that you write your logic in the fixed update rather than the update. Okay, so if you recompile your script and run the game, you'll see that our unit now goes from one waypoint to the other at a steady speed. And when it's reached the 4th waypoint, it heads back to the first one. So here you are. We've successfully implemented a very basic waypoint system. And remember that the nice thing with us using transforms is that the path adapts to the position of the waypoints dynamically. So if I take one of my waypoints and move it somewhere else, you see that the unit directly updates its current path to get to this new position. So we have a simple patrolling routine. But of course we can improve this logic. For example, it would be nice to also have the unit face its target waypoint while it's moving. This is pretty straightforward to do, thanks to Unity's lookAtTransform method. We just have to tell the unit that if it hasn't reached the waypoint, so if it's still moving, it should keep looking at the waypoint's position. Again, by using transforms and continuous lookats, we see that if I move the waypoint gameObject, the unit both readapts its path and its orientation to move towards and keep looking at the target waypoint dynamically. One final improvement we can add to our logic is a way for our unit to wait for a while when it reaches a waypoint before moving to the next one. This is often more realistic than just having the enemy speed through its patrol path. So let's go back to our script and define a new float variable called waitTime. So this will be the amount in seconds that our unit needs to wait for when it reaches the target waypoint. We'll also need a time counter associated with this variable that I'll call waitCounter, and a little boolean flag, waiting, so that we know if we're currently in wait mode or not. Now in my update method, when the distance is small enough and I reach the waypoint, before setting the new index, I want to do a few more things. First, let's make sure that we are exactly at the waypoint position. So we'll simply assign our position to be the one of the waypoint. Second, we need to start the waiting routine. So I'll reset the time counter to 0 and turn the waiting flag to true. The waiting routine has to happen before our patrolling logic. Basically, if we're in the wait mode, so if the waiting flag is true, we want to increase our wait counter by the time delta. And then if we're not yet done waiting, meaning that our wait counter is less than the wait time duration, we need to abort early so that we cancel the patrolling checks. But if our counter has reached the threshold, then we want to exit the wait mode and continue on with our normal patrolling routine. If I save this and recompile, you see that my unit now stops for a second when it gets to a waypoint before moving to the next one. Okay, that's it for today, folks. In this tutorial, we implemented a basic patrolling system with adaptive path computation, auto-orientation, and optionally additional weights at each waypoint to make a simple but somewhat realistic 3D unit movement. This system only works for simple transforms or rigid bodies though, so if you want to make a patrolling routine for Unity agents that use the navigation mesh and AI navigation system, you should definitely take a look at the Unity docs and their dedicated short tutorial. Don't hesitate to post comments with your ideas on how to improve and experiment with this feature. And in the meantime, feel free to like and share this video or to subscribe to my channel so you know as soon as new videos come out. Thanks for watching and take care.